Hey, it's like deja vu all over again.
I'm Corey. I'm 16 and I'm going to Atlantic City to see an R-rated movie.
Here, Morgan, let me help you make the matinee.
Was it damaged?
Imagine binge watching your favorite 80s or 90s show, only to pause for a moment and think, who is this? You realize that your beloved actor has been swapped for a stranger with no explanation or prior information. This is not new to the world of TV recasts. Today, we'll count down the 10 TV characters whose actors were recast without explanation. Watch till the end because your favorite star might be on this list. Number 10, Aunt Viv, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Everyone knows and loves Aunt Viv. She was the Banks family's powerhouse mom.
Sitting by the fire, my grandma told your grandma she gonna set your flag on fire. Come on. If you talk it out, ain't no.
Janet Huber played the role for 3 whole seasons. Janet was sassy, sharp, and fun. But out of nowhere, Daphne Maxwell Reid took her place. At first, it made the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air look like a different show, but on a second thought, it was the same. There was no dramatic plot twist after the change, just an actor switch. But why, you may ask? Let's just say everyone was good until Aunt Viv and Will Smith fell out. Rumor has it that both characters disagreed so hard that it was impossible to have them together on set. The producers figured it was best to keep the peace. What better way to do that than to let Janet go? After the change, Aunt Viv's vibe shifted from fiery to chill. She suddenly turned into the calm woman who never argues at family dinners. Fans say they took out all of Aunt Viv's relevance. They claimed it was best to change the storyline rather than the character. Now Aunt Viv 2.0 looks like an impersonator. Do you agree? If you're enjoying this content, please hit the like and subscribe button so we can continue to bring you content like this. Number 9. Becky, Roseanne. Becky Connor's casting is another controversial sitcom situation. Initially played by Lacey Goranson, she was that lovable teen everyone rooted for. But one day, Becky packed her bags for college and returned as Sarah Chalky, the new face with a new name. The swap had everyone guessing what may have happened. At first, the show acted like it was nothing. They expected viewers to embrace the new Becky without question. Of course, that did not happen. Roseanne didn't leave fans hanging for too long. They later made jokes about it and exposed the new Becky. This was arguably a successful recast because fans got used to the switch and loved the new Becky even more. It is one of those situations that proves that a character's spirit matters more than their face. Every time this new Becky appeared on the screen, fans kept guessing if she was better than the last.
This house is so warm and cozy. I love it.
Hey, it's like deja vu all over again.
Number 8. Harriette Winslow, Family Matters. Harriette Winslow was the rock of the Winslow household. She was the voice of reason and a no-nonsense woman.
You're the one who needs to apologize, Mr. Bennett. To Susan, Kevin, James, me, and everyone else that you've insulted.
I am not here to win friends.
That's obvious, sir.
Played by Jo Marie Payton for nearly the entire series, she was the bond that held her family together. But then the final episodes had a plot twist waiting to unravel. The producers swapped her for Judy Ann Elder. Unlike most recasts, the show didn't pause to introduce the new Harriette. It was a quiet switch, like someone hit replace without consent. The new actor continued like nothing changed and received mixed reactions. Why did the person we all got used to leave? At the time, she was going through a painful divorce and was unhappy on the show. Beyond that, she was tired of Family Matters and wanted to leave. She had an 8-season contract and was ready to go after season 8. However, CBS made her a reasonable offer to stay on for the 9th season. The new agreement said she could leave after the first half of season 9. Well, she took it and walked away. What do you miss most about Harriette Winslow? Number 7. Laurie Forman, That 70s Show. Laurie Forman was the ultimate teenage troublemaker who won hearts as the snarky older sister. Lisa Robin Kelly brought her A-game, which got lots of fans from the show. But mid-series, the show dropped her and introduced a new Laurie. Christina Moore took over like she had always been there. Moore had previously worked on shows like Friends, The Drew Carey Show, and Beverly Hills 90210. Viewers had high hopes for this new Laurie. Sadly, her stay was short-lived because she only appeared in 6 episodes. But where did the main Laurie go? Lisa lost a child and resorted to alcohol and substance abuse. Her career never got back after leaving That 70s Show.
I had lost a baby. As a result of that, I lost everything, and I was abusing alcohol, which I no longer do.
She was arrested in 2010 for DUI, plus she has a history of domestic violence charges. Lisa eventually passed away in her sleep, and her death was blamed on an accidental overdose. Number 6. Morgan Matthews, Boy Meets World. Who remembers Morgan Matthews, Corey Matthews' adorable little sister? Lily Nixay played with all the charm in seasons 1 and 2, but vanished for a whole season. When Morgan returned, Lindsay Ridgway was in her place. Suddenly, Morgan has a whole new vibe with a little more attitude.
I'm Corey. I'm 16 and I'm going to Atlantic City to see an R-rated movie.
Here, Morgan, let me help you make the matinee.
The show dropped a joke about this change to confirm the audience's fears, but beyond that, there was no clear-cut explanation. Trust the internet to find answers. William Rust, the family patriarch in Boy Meets World, said Lily was sad at the time and wanted to try something different. She thought it was better to be somewhere else. Wolf Rydell agreed with William. He also noticed that Lily didn't want to be on set. It was such a big responsibility for a child. Thankfully, Lily did not permanently leave the Boy Meets World universe. In 2017, she appeared in Girl Meets World, final season, as Aunt Morgan. Morgan Matthews' switch was not dramatic, but it made fans do a double take. What would you rather have, the old or new Morgan? Number 5. Miss Ellie Ewing, Dallas. Miss Ellie was the matriarch of the Dallas TV series, ruling South Fork Ranch and the screen with grit and grace.
Where did you get these?
Her character was unmatched. Barbara Bel Geddes originally gave life to this role until she fell sick and withdrew. Donna Reed had to take her place because Dallas producers had no choice. They couldn't write Miss Ellie out of the show or write an accident episode requiring plastic surgery on the character. It was like switching boots mid-stride and telling everyone to keep walking. Viewers may not have wholeheartedly accepted Donna, but then they knew they were stuck with a replacement or no Miss Ellie. Donna was scared at first, but took on the new challenge. I'll let you be the judge. Was it a yay or nay? Sometimes the show must go on, no matter who is wearing the boots. Number 4. Chris Partridge, The Partridge Family. Let's talk about the OG sitcom days for a bit. Chris Partridge's casting is one of the earliest TV recasts in history. Jeremy Gelbwax played Chris in season 1, but after that, Brian Forster replaced him for the rest of the series. Why? It turned out that Gelbwax had a personality conflict with every person in the cast, including producers. He was not happy with the show, but his parents forced him to be there. At that point, the producers thought it was best to let him go. Fans barely had time to blink before the switch happened. It was the 70s, and audiences were forgiving and less obsessed with actors' drama. They didn't ask too many questions, but moved on with this brand new kid with the same name and attitude. Today, everyone is a behind-the-scenes detective. We want to know every tiny detail about our favorite actor. The new Chris fit into his strange shoes, and viewers got used to him.
Got $1 million. What's the first thing you're gonna do?
Gloat.
Besides that?
Invest it.
I think the first thing I'm gonna do is charter a boat.
Number 3. Lionel Jefferson, The Jeffersons. Lionel Jefferson had a casting merry-go-round that made heads spin. Mike Evans started the role for seasons 1 and 2, but boom, Damon Evans took over mid-series, only for Evans to return later. Confusing? Yeah, let me explain. Mike left to devote more time to writing for Maud's spin-off Good Times. Damon took his place from the fall of 1975 until early 1978. Mike eventually returned to the series in September 1979 and appeared regularly as Lionel for 2 more seasons. He made his final appearance in the 2-part episode Sayonara in 1985. Shockingly, the show never dropped a hint justifying the change. Lionel kept being the Lionel we loved, the same jokes and swagger. It is common in Norman Lear's sitcom to swap actors silently. However, the Jeffersons took it to another level. Fans learned to accept this truth and love the character with a different face.
You don't question any of my decisions. You say yes to everything I do. You haven't argued with me once. Hey, Pop, are you okay?
Number 2. Darrin Stevens, Bewitched. This has to be one of the OGs of TV recasts. 2 actors famously played Darrin Stevens. The first was Dick York, and the second was Dick Sargent. In 1959, Dick suffered a severe back injury while working on the film They Came to Kudura. He still managed to star in Bewitched, but his condition worsened in 1969. He eventually retired from acting in the mid-1980s. When he left, the show swapped him out with Dick Sargent. Audiences were expected to roll with this change like it's nothing. This new guy was kinder and gentler. Some movie fans argue that he made the show funnier. It was a bold change for a 60s sitcom. While the original run was in the 60s, Bewitched was rebooted as a movie in 2005. It starred Nicole Kidman as Samantha and Will Ferrell as Darrin. And number 1, Judy Winslow, Family Matters. And now to the final TV recast that turned out to be mysterious. What happened to Judy Winslow of Family Matters? Played by Jamie Foxworth for 4 seasons, Judy was the youngest Winslow kid.
Was it damaged?
She was sweet, quiet, gone because we never saw her on screen. The reasons are endless. First, her mother interfered with her career, plus Jamie didn't deliver her role like producers wanted. They had to let her go, but here's the twist. Judy was never recast. She just vanished. The show shifted focus and made it look like Judy wasn't even there. Her disappearance without recast is legendary. Sometimes the best way to handle a character is to let them disappear and hope nobody notices. Did you notice Judy's absence, though? Which recast surprised you the most? Have you ever stopped watching a show because your favorite character changed? Please tell us in the comments below.